Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Today's episode is an adventure from our friend Brett Reedy.
What an adventure.
Amazing.
This adventure is actually multiple hookups on snapper, then squid, then gummy shark, so stay tuned. But before we go there, just let's round up what's going on around the bay. We got all the way from Clifton Spring, Port Arlington, Indented Head, St. Leonard's. We're getting heaps and heaps of whiting, way too small. They're so small, I don't know what's going on, but they are actually very small fish. Then we went back to Queenscliff where we got a big fish. We didn't have a touch. So what's going on? Don't ask me. Saying that, we went to Black Rock. I had the camera underwater and that. Plenty pinkies, small pinkies, way too small. We only got one at 37. The rest was all too small. I seen some pike under. I seen some King George, but yeah, unfortunately, that's all we got. It's just pinkies. Then we came back to P2, heaps of bait. There is bait everywhere around the bay. And when we got to P2, we tried for snapper, and we seen some arches in that, but they didn't play the game. But we got some slimy mackerel. So while you're there, just keep trying.
We also received a picture from our friend, the French chef, Gerard Gabay, with a big flathead, over 50 centimeters.
Yes, beautiful fish.
And we received a picture from Katie of her son holding a massive squid that he caught at Queenscliff.
A lot of people gone to Queenscliff and they don't, even us. We've tried, so you just have to be there right time of the day. I mean, Aaron, salt guy, he actually backed out.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. But yeah, there is plenty of fish around.
Let's watch the first video.
G'day guys, well today I'm just going to show a little video of what it's like to be on a Melbourne Snapper charter. There's a lot of terrific charters in Melbourne. On this particular day I was on Pro Red fishing charters. Jason Turner is the captain, just giving him a hand doing a bit of decking. Jason had just sounded up a big school of snapper, so Jason's positioned the boat just up from the school. They've all got the Reedy scallop rig and they're about to drop down all at the same time to see how many buckles we can get.
You right? You played it up? Yeah. Everyone's ready? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you've got one customer.
Fingers on.
Look at this. Two's on.
That's good. You want double hook up? You're all right. Yeah, over here on that side.
Who wants this one?
Got that one? Right, Jay, you're next. Right, yeah. Go off.
Do you want to catch one?
Oh, actually, here, I'll take this. You grab that, Jay.
Oh, we got a fucking...
It's right over here. Full boat, and I've got two,
Oh, you got two on?
I got one on. What have we got? Nearly 8, right?
Yeah, put that rod down.
Yeah. I think I might have.
Yeah, you are. You're on.
Yeah.
I forgot it.
Full boat. Yeah,
Hey, just easily lift him in, grab the leader, and watch the hooks.
Slowly, go. That one's going to hurry up.
Told him there. Alright, so
Well, then after you, Reedy.
yep.
39.
I'm on
the outer as well.
Alright. You grab him out.
No. It's crashed that.
There we go. Flip the bar on.
Oh, he's a good fish. Oh, no. Oh, I'm getting in the wrong.
Alright, I'm just going to dump him. Get him up,
Yep. There's 2 fish over here.
Yep. One. Just hold him there. He's I can't. He's over here. Just walk with me. And that's what a bit of mayhem.
As you all know, Brett's just been amazing on catching snapper. Early snapper, late snapper, you name it, he catches it. He puts a lot of hours in. He's an expert at it. He studied it very, very good, and he's just awesome.
He sure is. Let's watch the next video.
Launching out of Mornington, I head south to Mud Island, and on the way there I stumble across some arches that I thought I might try. Because we're going to try and catch squid and gummies, I've tried to save some room in my boat. I've brought some heavier rods and reels. I'm using 6,000 reel and a 8 to 10 kilo rod range. More fun catching fish on braid. I don't know why, just the sound. We love it. Scallop. False hope on the sounder. So I've hooked myself a southern rock cod. Apparently they're nice eating, but it's not something I want to take home today. Minimum legal size on this fish, and that's 23 centimetres. I'm here to try and catch a winter snapper. Early season's where the fun is at. Because if you got to fish every time, it wouldn't really be fishing, eh? There we go, there's a buckle. He might be half decent, this one. It's definitely a snapper, boys. Look at that. Not huge, but we're going to let him go because I want to catch him in a few years. I'm happy with that. Real happy. Over the years, I've caught a lot of winter snapper, and the trick to it is persistence. Take him up, try and bring. That's a big snapper. I'm getting the rods in.
That's good, hey?
Yeah. Whether it's Western Port or Port Phillip, we managed to catch snapper. Like this time with possum, we got 5. But be warned, they're not easy to catch. We're in winter, just come out about 12 o'clock. Don't fish the mornings. They're just real hard, eh? Most of the time. I shouldn't say all the time because that's just my experience. We launch about 12 and then finish up about 6. Normally have a good day. To enjoy yourself fishing in winter, thermals are a must. I did this last year in Western Port early season. There was just these 50s around early in like winter. Winter you want to fish south because the water temperature is slightly higher, and with the run-in tide you get the warmer water from offshore, making the fishing slightly better than anywhere north in both bays. I really focus on the afternoon fishing and gentleman hours in winter. I can't stress it enough, although I think you can get the whiting in the mornings. But there's a bit of activity behind us. I should put the drone up.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Oh, let's go see these. Wonder what they're chasing. Pilchards, I'd say. Here comes another school. I think that's the bite period done. Getting the footage for the dolphins because it was bloody cool. They were just busting up. I don't know what they're doing. I presume they're chasing garfish or pilchards or something. They do it every winter. If you want to treat your kids in winter, bring them out here off Mornington. Just drive around on a flat day and you'll find these massive pods of dolphins. They're here every year. Chasing something, you're not allowed to go near them, but if you're just driving slow they'll come to you most of the time. So many dolphins, like the other day. Here's a clip from the other day with my kids looking at the dolphins.
Sonny, do you like the dolphins? Yeah.
What do you reckon, Sonny? Good?
Yeah.
Snapper bite shut down. I pull up the rods and continue on my journey to Mud Island. For squid, the old generic marks, and then you find new marks. So I don't know, to take your squidding to the whole new level, you just snap off, you just delete those generic marks and you just go and find your own. Because when you find your own marks, there's a high chance they don't get fished, and the fishing will be 10 times better.
In the next video, you're going to see Brett's not all about snapper. He catches squid, he catches gummy, King George whiting, you name it.
Let's watch the next video.
To find your own squidding marks, that's really easy. This is the type of ground you want to look for, a bit of broken ground, and you just drive around in 3 or 4 meters down the southern end because the water's a lot clearer, which makes it a lot easier to catch squid as well. And when you're in that 3 to 4 meters of water, you only need a 2.5 jig to get your jig to the bottom. Find the slower sink rate really increases your catch rate. And the other thing I'll add, try and focus your fishing around an hour either side of the tide. So not the slack tide, but the hour leading to the slack tide, and then the hour after slack tide is generally really productive in Port Phillip Bay in winter. And also the afternoons again. Out here you're competing with thousands and thousands of people. Finding your own areas can really help you catch more fish. It's honestly not very hard to drive around and find ground like this. You just use your eyes and that's all you got to do. It's simple. Yep. When it comes to squid jigs, I keep it really simple. To be honest, I only have 3 colours. I have red when it's sunset or sunrise, green when it's overcast like these conditions here, and white when the sky is blue. Just done our first squid. That's been one of my favourite jigs in Port Phillip. Might work this area. There's Zachy and Izzy just enjoying themselves today on the squid. When we find a patch of squid, we like to call them the hotties. Yeah, Bo! Yeah, Bo! We'll just go back to the GPS mark where I got that one. I reckon we'll work that area. As the tide started to run, the squid started to bite. Being at the squid spot at the right time really pays dividends. Not wasting all your time all afternoon catching squid. If they're not going, they're not going, and I move on and do something else. But on this day, luck was really on my side, and the biggest squid I caught this day completed my bag. That's big, I can see it. It's not an arrow. It's a big dog. It's a bully. Hang on, it might be an arrow. Oh, mate, it's only just hooked.
Oh, side off.
Nah, it's a bully. Only hooked by the Got him, ball. There you go. There you go, boys. Catching this squid really made my day, and if I didn't catch anything else for the day, now I'd be so grateful. Little did I know that the best was yet to come. Never fished this spot before. I just backed myself in to find a new mark. I like fishing new marks because you get new fish. Like, you go to the same old mark, you get the same old stuff. So we'll just get another squid ring out. Gonna have paternosters down each side with the 187s out the back. Yeah. What an afternoon. This is what winter's fishing should be. This year we've been jibbed. We haven't had, normally get tons of days like this. We get a hot summer with calm days and a good snapper season. This is the fishing where you just come out all day and you enjoy yourself on the bay. Just snooker down the southern end, find some weedy ground and have a good time on the squid. There's still big ones lurking around, as you've seen before. And hopefully Izzy and young Zachy get a big gummy over there. The sun's about to set and we're going to fish for the next hour. I think we're 4 days out from the moon, which I find to be, I like the moon. The lead up to the moon is awesome. Get this sucker out. Oh, lucky stick. He'll go out. Rod's in. We've got about 2 hours to go till we're at the top of the tide. Squid rings on every rod. 2 paternosters, 2 Western Port out the back. The rods are not even in 5 minutes when the first rod screams off. I try to put the GoPro on, but I accidentally knock it into time-lapse mode. Got myself a winter snapper. What a ripper day. I can't believe it. Not even a minute later, the other rod screams off and my drone's up in the air. We're on again, boys. This is not a snapper. And the bloody drone flew away. I think this is a... Oh, it might be a snapper. It might be another one. Yep. What a day. I gotta land me drone. He's got the other. I will have to do this. Woo! As I scramble and grab the gummy, the drone starts landing on the water, so I've got to act really quick. Oh, mayhem! Woo! What an absolutely mind-blowing day for winter fishing in Port Phillip Bay. As I drive back to Mornington, I'm forever grateful. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you out there.
The next video is a segment from our talk night at Trelly's.
What a night, too.
Amazing.
It was a sold-out event. There was full house. The talk, we were actually talking about Port Phillip Bay Snapper, and there was Chris from Gone Fishing Charters actually giving amazing tips of offshore snapper, catching even gummies, shedding some marks and spots, and just the way he chases, the way he actually moves from spot to spot. It was just amazing to share that knowledge. Thank you, Chris. Then he was talking about the big calamari at Queenscliff, how to look for the eggs, the depth, the spots, and where to find them. It just was amazing. Good on you, Chris.
Also, Perry gave us some amazing insight and tips and tricks. It was really...
He's just unbelievable, especially soft plastics. How to rig up for, normal bite like a pilchard and that for a snapper. What to use, where to use, what to look for. Perry was just amazing.
Thank you, Perry.
Let's just watch a segment out of this, from this event, I suppose.
So we're going to handball it straight to Tippy, and he's going to hopefully give you the good tip on the snapper in Port Phillip Bay. Cheers.
Well done, Perry, well done. Well, what if we kick on with the song? What do you guys say? Anybody knows the lyrics? Only me? Come on. The snapper's already on a chew, early mornings there. Then you go Black Rock, you can't go wrong. Ricketts Point, Black Rock, that's where they move first in. So what happens here now, you'll see, I'm gonna cut this and pass it around so you guys can see the actual, how this sits. So it's a tippy, so you got a straight line, and then you can either attach, on surf, we actually put a hook through the eyelet here, or if we're gonna do, as we do it now, we're going to cut one side and have obviously the hook right up to this line. But we put it short so it doesn't tangle around and doesn't twist around the actual mind leader.
Similar to you, I'll use pilchard cubes, which I'm sure everyone's probably used pilchard cubes before for snapper. I'll get like a pallet burley, so like, you know, like your little orange pallets you get from the buckets or whatever else. I'll get those, I'll get my pilchard cubes, mix them all together, and I find, depending on what sort of the flow's going, what the tide's running at, you will find they'll sink at different rates. A percentage of fish will stay in the bay, which is what you call your resident snapper. And typically, you know, the fish you catch in prime season, they're bright red, got the blue spots, they look all cool and pretty. These fish are typically really dull in colour, almost like a brown colour, like sort of colour right through them. Haven't got those big prolific spots. They're what you call your resident fish. What are the best times if you're a trailer boat fisherman fishing offshore or the bay?
Alright, so for me personally, I think the last 15, 16 years, October full moon onwards, right through to probably early January is generally the best for us. We seem to catch most of our fish that time of year. They'll go a bit quiet in January, and then they'll probably fire up again maybe Feb, March. I love using circle hooks. I don't use a lot of J's. I used to back in my day, but probably 5 years ago I changed the circles, and
why is that, Chris?
The hookup rate is a lot better. We used to miss a lot of fish with J's, so we'd get people, first timers, guys that have never fished before. You give them the rod, and every little nibble they'll just be going whack, whack, and they'd miss a lot of fish. So when I went to circles, I thought this is going to be easy because I just tell them not to strike.
When there's snapper in the area, would you normally just catch snapper? Or do you get trevally, snotties, whatever else mixed in with them schools?
Not really. When it's snapper, it's mainly snapper. You'll get like cooter and barber perch, you know, slack water, you know, you'll get your leather jackets and blue throats and the rest of that. You always do come up, you know, sometimes you'll get gummies, you'll get a mako. Like a couple of years ago, we had some young fellas on the boat and we were, you know, getting into 5-6 kilo fish and we had a mako swim up to the boat. So you're offshore, you don't know. Every day's different. You don't know what you're going to get. And you could see this storm brewing, and I said to the boys, mate, wait for this wind change. It was a northerly, and as soon as that wind went from a north to a southwest, mate, you could not keep a rod in the water. It was ridiculous. But coming back through the heads was ridiculous as well.
So you reckon like a rapid change in weather, like what you said just then, definitely helps stir the fish up?
Yeah, 100%. That wind change, it just switches them on, I think, especially offshore.
But before we wrap it up, I just want to give a massive thank you to Chris from Gone Fishing Charters and Tippy and Linda.
Once again, thank you all for your support, and just like to mention that this month, 26th of October, we got actually the big Melbourne Boat Show, and this time we're going to have some boats on the water to test ride. Hopefully with the weather we'll play the game, and you're going to have some fishing gear this time as well, so looking forward to it.
Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.
I hope I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.